Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing just an ultimate fruit cake. I'm going to make my watermelon chocolate and vanilla cake. You guys are just going to love the decoration of this cake, and this is just how easy to make for your winter dessert. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this incredible cake. So first I'm going to get started with my sponge cake layers. I have 6 large eggs. For my chocolate sponge cake, I'm going to add a third cup of white granulated sugar and whisk it on high speed for about 10 to 12 minutes until your eggs are light and fluffy and almost white in color. After it is light and fluffy, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of sugar vanilla. You can also use vanilla extract, which is for sugar. And we want this type, this volume. So I'm going to get started with dry ingredients. I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Into that I'm going to add a third cup of cocoa powder and a tablespoon of baking powder and mix them completely. And now it's time to grab a large spoon and fold the flour into it. So I'm going to use a fine strainer to completely stain the flour in it, and grab my large mixing bowl and slowly and gently fold everything with my eggs until it's well incorporated. So now I have added all my flour and all my baking powder and my cocoa powder, and we need this volume of my cake batter. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just gonna add. Today I'm gonna be using a 9-inch springform pan, and I'm just going to, and I have lined the bottom with parchment paper, and I'm just going to add the cake batter directly into it and place it into the oven and bake it for about 12 to 13 minutes. And now for my vanilla sponge cake, I have 6 large eggs again, a third cup of white granulated sugar, and whisk it on high speed for about 10 minutes to 12 minutes until it's white in color. Just going to add a teaspoon of vanilla powder or sugar vanilla. And now I'm going to get started on my flour. I have 1 cup of cake flour, and into that I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder, mix them completely, and use a fine strainer and leave the flour and fold your flour into your eggs gently, thoroughly, and slowly. My chocolate cake is ready now, and I'm just going to let it set in a wire rack and let it cool completely. Check this out, it's really light and fluffy. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my vanilla cake layer again. And now my cake layers have cooled completely, and it is baked completely. This is the right vanilla sponge cake. You guys are gonna love it. So I turn it over and I let it cool completely. And I'm just gonna assemble the cake. This vanilla and chocolate are really amazing. And I'm just going to add some beautiful sliced bananas, and I'm gonna add just 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and this will protect the bananas from browning. And I have some beautiful walnuts and bananas already done. So meanwhile, I'm going to get started with my whipped cream. I have 2 cups or 3 cups of heavy whipped cream, and this is a sweetened whipped cream. I'm just gonna set this some of that aside for the grain, for my grain. And now it's time to assemble the cake. Just going to add a little bit of that cream on my cake stand, and first I can add my chocolate cake. So you can also add your vanilla cake. Just going to spread a generous amount of that whipped cream on my chocolate cake layer. I love it. It's really delicious. I love the chocolate cake. And it's time to add my sliced bananas, and this will make your cake extra delicious and extra enjoyable for eating. Now it's time to add the walnuts. It's really delicate. You can also add pistachios or walnuts or pecans. Just going to add the second cake layer, that is a vanilla. And I'm just going to frost the cake with my frosting. After I frost my cake, I'm going to place it into the freezer for about 2 hours for my mirror glaze. And now I have prepared my mirror glaze that I colored it red. You can watch my mirror glaze video to find how my mirror glaze is made. Just going to spread it on my cake. And I'm gonna just make a beautiful watermelon peel just throughout my cake, and this is really amazing. And I have green, and I have added a few drops of green food coloring into my cream that I set this aside for now. Now I'm going to sprinkle over the top a little bit of that glitter. This is a type of sugar glitter. It's really amazing. It's really delicious. It makes your cake really bright. And now it's time to make some dark green color around my watermelon. And for my watermelon seeds, I have melted some dark chocolate. I'm just going to make some beautiful watermelon seeds on my watermelon cake. And that's it, guys, for my beautiful and delicious watermelon cake. You guys are gonna love it. If you made it, don't forget to share with me on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.